with the smoke from lingering fires.
Boy, have we.
And that's miserable when you get the heat and the smoke moving in. So tell us it's not going to be smoky this weekend.
Tell us.
Yeah, we're going to have a little some haze in place. We had some of that yesterday too,
Yeah.
and we have it again this evening. In fact, at sunset, you'll probably notice a more vibrant sunset later on too because of some of that smoke in place. But there's been a lot of talk with the heat. Also, the heat island effect. It's a weather term too, the urban heat island effect. And I just want to go in a little bit more about this, especially now that we're looking at more heat waves and things of that matter. So let's take a look at this. Say you have a whole area of just green grass and foliage, and you have the temperature at 85 degrees all across the board. What happens is when you add in infrastructure, you add in cities, you add in buildings, those buildings absorb a lot of that heat, right? So it does not cool down as quickly. Think of it when you walk out on grass barefoot versus on pavement barefoot, right? The grass is always cooler. It's more comfortable to walk on. Well, buildings act the same way. They absorb the heat. So as a result, the temperatures in those cities tend to go way up, and especially compared to surrounding communities. And not to mention, when you have cities, you have a lack of trees. Well, trees, what happens is it gives off evapotranspiration. It gives off moisture. Well, that moisture can cool things down too. It's the same process as when you sweat, how the natural cooling process for the body. So overall, that's what we're dealing with when it comes to the heat island effect, which does happen every day, right, when the sun is shining down. 106 in the city of Sacramento, Folsom at 108. Lots of sunshine all across the board tomorrow. Stay hydrated when you're heading to the State Fair. It's going to be a hot one. Again, not a bad day to have some extra ice cream, too. Good excuse. 106 at 4 o'clock and holding on to the 100s all the way through 6 o'clock. Heat advisory does go into effect for tomorrow, and we're holding on to the heat not just for tomorrow, but going into Saturday. Some of the warmest spots across the valley tomorrow is further north into the Sacramento Valley. Yuba City at 109, out toward, let's say, Woodland, 109 as well. Colusa, one of the warmer spots at 110 is the forecast tomorrow. Down to the south into the San Joaquin Valley, Stockton, Modesto into the triple digits, 106 in Stockton, 105 in Vacaville. Then you head toward San Francisco, and that's how you beat the heat. Check that out, 72 degrees tomorrow afternoon. Then the heat starts to back off as we get into the day Sunday. So the reason why that ridge of high pressure starts to shift toward the east. And in fact, we start to bring in the Delta breeze yet again. That'll help keep temperatures more in check for this time of year, at least here at home. So here's your forecast for the week ahead. 106, as we mentioned, for your Friday, 104 on Saturday. And then as we start to see that ridge of high pressure shift to the east a bit more, brings temperatures down just a notch into the mid-90s Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Seasonable for this time of year. For the foothills, 100s next 2 days, and then you start to dip down to the lower 90s. Warm overnight, though, for the foothills, lows into the 70s. The Sierra seeing temperatures running into the 80s most of next week after we get through this hot weekend. And then for the Delta and for the Bay Area, certainly cooler. High temperatures in San Francisco, upper 60s, low 70s for much of the week ahead. Marley?